Okay. When I came to Antwerp, it was 1978, and I came here for love, which is a very good reason to come to this town. And that love passed, but I stayed, and that's the power that Antwerp has. I was born in Holland, and Antwerp is just, it's so gorgeous, and there's such a lot of creativity here. And yeah, I fell in love with the city, and I never went back. I started my career as a fashion writer. Then in 1999, my assistant died of AIDS. He was gay. His parents even didn't know about this, and he only told them a month before he died. I had 2 teenage children then, and I asked them, what do you know about HIV and AIDS? And they didn't know anything, really nothing. They didn't hear it at school, nothing, nothing, nothing. I asked more children and teenagers, and they didn't know, or they didn't care, or I don't know what was the reason. And also the way my assistant, when he was already very sick with AIDS, or how he was treated at the fashion shows in Paris particularly, was very bad. It was totally wrong. They said, if you're sick, you have no reason to be here, go home and die. So I said, okay, let's keep the good people from fashion, forget about the rest, and let's use the power of that and start a new wave of HIV prevention for all these young people who weren't even born when the first AIDS campaigns were done in the 80s. You cannot blame them from not knowing anything about it, because they were babies when it first happened. And so we started to ask celebrities, we started to ask fashion designers to make designs on t-shirts, and we sold them. We tried to sell them, but we couldn't do it very well, because we were journalists and not fashion professionals. So 4 years ago, I called to Stockholm, to H&M, and I said, you know how to sell t-shirts. We know how to get the celebrities, maybe we should do it together. And they agreed. So we started the first Fashion Against AIDS campaign in 2008, with Rihanna, with Timbaland, with Rufus Wainwright, with Scissor Sisters. It was quite good. And the slogan t-shirts, they made people stop and think, like it said on a t-shirt of Catherine Hamnett. And we got part of the proceeds went to us, to Designers Against AIDS for prevention campaigns. And I had to decide what to do with the money. Of course, you can do a campaign. You buy some billboards, you buy some pages in magazines. You have an impact that lasts 2 weeks, and then the money is gone, and the impact is gone. So I was like, maybe it's a better idea to buy a building and to start an education center and to train young people from all over the world how they can also make campaigns in their own country using pop culture, which is what we always do. And some pop culture, it's the same all over the world, like Rihanna, Lady Gaga, it's the same everywhere. But a lot of countries, they have their particular kind of pop culture. So it's quite important that the people from different countries get taught in a different way, or at least that they know how to make a campaign the most efficient way when they get back home. And well, tomorrow we have the preview of the building. It took almost 2 years to renovate. We are now working with the UNFPA. We are working with a lot of very serious UN organizations, which is something I could never have dreamed about when I was still a fashion journalist. And tomorrow another dream is coming true. We will open the center, soon the first students will come. And I hope that they can make campaigns that reach a lot of young people all over the world, so that finally those new HIV infections go down. Because I think it's insane that adult people, who should know better than that, still get infected with HIV. Why the fuck is that? I mean, use your brain. And I think that's the most important thing, that we can tell young people, okay, You can have sex if you want to, but be safe. And if it's not for yourself, it's just a courtesy towards your partner. And the other thing that I think is very important is to make using condoms or buying condoms, because that's the start, make it cool, make it in a way that young people are not embarrassed anymore. When they have to go to the drugstore, it's embarrassing. Put them in a fashion store, put them everywhere, put them in a music store, put them in pop festivals. I don't know if you have seen the t-shirts that some people are wearing here tonight. They are made by Designers Against AIDS, and they say, wrap it up before you fuck it up. And I think that's good advice before you go and enjoy all these parties during Antwerp Pride. Good evening.